Morning everyone. Right, what I'm making now or creating is a bird feeder. Now, I don't have any clear straws, but you really should have a clear straw. I'm using a piece of a glue stick for now, just to show you how to make the bird feeder. Now, you need, I'd only cut it about 1.5 inches. Well, however long you want the bird feeder to be. Now take a bit of wire, loop it on the end, lay it flat, and then pop it through one of the bead caps. I'm just going to glue mine in. But you have to imagine I'm not using a glue stick, I'm using a clear straw. Pop the end in. I'd have been better putting that in first and then just dropping the glue in, wouldn't I? But there you go, I don't do things right. Just clear the little bit of wire that's left from the glue. Pop a little bit more glue in the end and then stick in what would be a clear piece of straw, section of straw. I mean, if you wanted to do coloured ones that were see-through, that's fine. It's whatever you choose to do. So just stick that in. Now, you would fill that, if it was a straw, with birdseed or seed beads or whatever you want to use to pretend it's, seed. And then you glue on the other end of the bead cap. At the other end of the bead cap, should I say. And you've an instant bird feeder. All you have to do then is just to clip off the amount of wire that you need, or leaving the amount of wire that you need, and then turn it over to hang. And they look fantastic. Now, you could do them, I could paint the bead caps. You can have them any colour you want. If it suits you to have a colour coordinated garden, paint the bead caps, it doesn't matter. And then you put on, you can flatten them out a little bit as well to make it more of a dish at the bottom where the little birds will sit. And if you've got a miniature bird to sit on it, then you pop on your miniature bird, but you could always make one out of clay. You don't have to be too detailed in it. I'm just doing the hanging section. And there you go, instant bird feeder. But sorry I didn't have a clear straw to show you, but a glue stick's just as good. Now I've done these with fairies in them as well, using a clear straw. I've made them and you can hang them in your, like a captured fairy or fairy dust and things like that. So they're not just as a bird feeder. Think outside the box and just be imaginative. Right, what I've got here, we're now going to make a little bird nest, I think. Let's have a look. So I'm going to have this one, I don't know, about 1 inch wide. It's a miniature one for the garden. So I'm just going to do it like that. Don't like these knives, they don't work right. Look, they're not pulling. You have to be really, really careful with them. Just not happy with them at all. Right, so we've got that. I don't want it any longer than, I don't know. I think 1.5 inches would do. So just measure 1.5 inches, just to make sure that it's right. I use my scissors, like that. Now what I need is another one cut, which is 3/4 of an inch. So I'm going to do it again. I'm sorry, let me just measure 3/4 of an inch, like that. Hopefully we can cut this better. We need these two the same length. So I'm just going to cut them like that. So I'll give you the measurements in a minute. I'll turn that round so we get it right. like that. So with 2 sides and a back, and then you need the front. And do I want the, yeah, I'm going to put the front. I'm not sure. I might use that actually. I'm just going to cut 2 of these the same. We'll just do it that way. So you need 2, the front and the back. Now the front has to be a little bit lower. So we're going to chop, oh I don't know, about a centimetre off. Just cut it. As long as you cut it straight-ish, it'll be fine. And then to that, you need to put a hole. So what I'm using is a punch. And I hopefully will get this right. Let me just check where the hole is. So if that's the hole there, that's roughly the centre. Hopefully. Let's have a... That'll do. I could do a bigger one if I wanted to. I'm fine. I'm happy with that. It doesn't have to be exactly in the centre. I suppose I could have moved. Oh, I could. See, I'm a bit iffy now. Oh dear. Never mind. A bit more. That's better. I've got a little bit of a bigger hole. So what I'm going to do now is attach these together. Now, oh, this side panels, which are these, I need to slice a little bit, but I'm going to cut them, I think. I'm just going to cut that and cut this the same. Just slice them down a little bit. You can trim them later if they're not quite right. Okay, so now we've got the back panel. I'm going to put those 2 onto there. On the inside, I think. Yes. So we're just going to glue them onto the front. Okay, like that. Just glue them on. It's neat. It doesn't have to be neat. I mean, you're going to paint these to make them look like wood anyway. And it's a slither of glue. If you only gently press onto your glue gun, you don't get all that bulkiness for, you know, when it pours out. Like that. And then of course we need to put the front panel on. Like that. So we just pop that on there. Doesn't matter if it's not perfect, don't worry about it. See, like that. And then we just need a little base for it. And I don't have, what I have got is a bit of wood. I might use a bit of wood for the bottom section, I think. Yeah, that'll do. I'm just going to glue it on and then cut it off. It's probably the wrong way to do it. But I ain't fussed, to be honest. And have a little bit of a lip on it. I'm using a little bit of balsa wood, you know, so, and that's it. I've got a little bit of a lip on that. Let's just clear this. And I think I'm going to use a little bit of wire. I did have some wire somewhere. Here we go. So let me use a bit of wire. So all I'm going to do is just, no, what can I use? Oh, this will do, it doesn't matter. Probably only need half of that anyway. So I've just got a piece of wire and I'm just going to bend that over the biggest part of my pincers, like that. Straighten it up as much as possible. And then what I'm going to do is just flip it back into a circle, like that. It's not quite a circle, but you know what I mean. Like that. And then what we do is, I'm going to glue it on with my hot glue, but I wouldn't. I would put it on with glossy accents or something like that. Okay, and just pop that on the back like that. Like I say, I'm just doing it for quickness basically, but I would use something a little bit stronger than that. I know that's a modelling clay, don't need that, but I do need the white paint. Okay, so all I'm going to do now is just paint my little box. Just paint it inside and out. And then all I do, tip my brush just a little bit in the white. And you've instant wood. Look at that. Just the tip of the brush in the white. Like that. See, just looks like wood. You don't need to do the bottom set. Well, you can do, I suppose. Just give it a quick brush. You don't need to do it all. But look, that looks like wood. You don't need to do the inside. Let that dry. That's quite cute. And don't forget to do the little pole, the little perch. And there you go. And then put everything back in. I mean, you could even do some little eggs, put some little seeds in like eggs. I'm just going to shove mine in while it's still wet because I don't care. No. Pop that in, shove it in. I'll do it, use the stick. There we go. So we've made a little birdhouse. I mean, you could put a roof on it. In fact, I might do that actually. I might do it when it's dry. I'll put a little roof on it. And it's just a matter of cutting a bit of card to put a roof on it. Right now, I'm not bothered about it being open, to be honest. And make yourself a bird feeder. Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye-bye for now.